It is roasting out here. We are just about to go into a kind of mini heat wave, a period of kind of 4 or 5 days where it's going to be 30 degrees. Hot. It's Thursday, it is midday, the sun is right at its peak, and the lake's pretty dead. There's not that many people here. It's before the school holidays, that kind of makes sense. People trying to sort of save up their leave. Works out perfect for me. So we're at Thorney Weir today, and it is hot. But that only means one thing: British summertime is carp fishing on the surface for me. Dog biscuits, bread, I've got all of it. I'm gonna have a walk around now, try and find some fish, maybe cruising around, gonna tell me where I need to fish. This spot here isn't too bad actually. Got some weed beds around. But let's have a walk, find the fish. We've got the night, so I wanna surface fish this afternoon / evening, fish the night, maybe just have a rod out down a margin somewhere, I'm not sure. And we've got the whole of tomorrow morning as well, before I'd imagine people start turning up on Friday. Let's see if we can beat this target of a 20-pounder, if not a PB, off the surface. Streamline Barrow, just to have a walk around for the afternoon. I'll come back later on to pick up my bed chair and stuff for the evening, my bivvy and my cooking stuff. But basically just got my rods, I've got my spod rod and my surface rod, bucket full of bait, net and mat down there. I can walk around nice and easily, try and find some fish, cast at them, make it nice and easy. This is looking good. A few patches of floaters out, slicking off the water. Not going too far out, just hitting it within range. Try and leave the spot out there for a little bit to try and spook off the bird life just a little. But you're always going to have to contend with ducks and geese and coots and seagulls and every other bit of bird life on a lake like this. So plenty of bait. You have to have plenty of bait. Just gotta keep it going. Keep it going in. That coot just spooked. I don't know what that was. So right in the middle of the screen there, the carp cruising. You can see the weight coming off of his back. And that seems to be a patch of water just between a couple of weed beds. Typically, the world's bird life is over this side. But you know what they say, sometimes you find the birds, you find the fish. There's reasons that they're both here. And that spot there is not too far away. It'll be a fairly gentle cast. But if the carp are cruising there, that might be where we need to be. Just try and steer clear of these things. Sorry ducks, you're in the way. Is that a fish that's just risen behind that duck? Or is that just a coot? Or... what is that? Fish or duck? Fish or duck? Is it a fish or is it a duck? I think it was a duck. this line right down. Just working out where the fish might be. I've got a rod out. I might just sit behind the one rod that's in the margin, and you know, it's quite a cool margin down there now, clearer spot in and amongst the weed beds. So I'm quite happy with the right hand rod. Sit back, have some food, and maybe as it really cools off, the fish will move on to the surface. I mean, I'm doing the night, so there's nothing really to stop me surface fishing until it gets really dark. What's the time now? It's 10 to 7 now, so about time for some food. And it doesn't get dark until kind of 10. What's sunset? About 9:30. So still sort of 3 hours worth of light. I do have more floaters back in the car, you know, I always come prepared with more, so you know, maybe as the heat dies out of the day, the bites will come, but you kind of every now and then get this little hint of hope, and then it turns out to be a grebe or a coot that's just diving. So I'm putting a bit of bait out. I mean, if the fish were interested, I'm pretty sure that the bird life would be spooking a little bit. I mean, there's plenty of bait out there now, so I'm just going to sit back, put the dinner on, put my feet up, have a beer, and let the evening come in. Get your tips up. 2 rods out and fishing. Yeah, quiet one. To be honest, no shows, no kind of sounds of anything. I thought that full moon might have kind of illuminated the lake and let me watch it a little bit more, but nothing. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to have some food, put these rods away, and just go and search for a stalking opportunity, something off the top. Because yeah, otherwise I think it's going to be a dead day. Barrow's back in streamline mode, just got net, mat, bait, a couple of rods. Let's go and find some fish. There's definitely something just came up to the right, which I think is just about in catapult distance. Ish. Maybe not quite. That's better. Yeah, about there. Only kind of 5 or 6 at a time. And I'll get the distance. Yeah, lovely. Sit back and watch for a minute. Well, there was some bait and there was some fish. Seagulls, swans, ducks. Ta-da! Bird life has cleared. There are still some fish interested. There must be a little bit of bait out there still. Quite close range, this interest. Seems to be a couple of different pods of fish. So 1 or 2 here and there. A few taken here, a few a bit more out towards the barge. There seems to be one just kind of cruising as well. But this fish down here definitely seems up for a feed. So I just sorted the rod out. Got some bait out. Sitting back. I'm going to put the pop up on the back of the hook, just as I usually do. Got a bait band on there, And I'll just put a whittled down pop-up straight onto the back of the hook, nice and tight. Put that out. I won't put a hair stop or anything so it can come off and it doesn't affect the hook hold then. Barbless hooks as well, so you've got to take every 1% that you can. Just got some naturally kind of coloured pop-ups. They're actually Dynamite the Source, so they're quite old, but they are perfect for surface fishing. They look just like a washed out mixer. I've caught loads of fish off the top on these. And I'll just whittle it down. There we go, that just sits tight. So that just sits tight to the back of the hook like that. Got a nice loop. Yeah, you could put a hair stop in there, but I don't really find the need. That just sits really tight to the back of the hook. I'll float up, try and find these fish and get it out there. Oh, he was just under the hook bait. It was as if he took it but didn't. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fish interested now. This is better. Having that line in the water has kept the bird life off. It's not typically what you'd want to do, but kind of needs must in a bit of a way. This one's just cruising down to the left. Might give me an option close in. Want them to start just calming this way a little, just start picking them off and drifting to the right hand side now. He's in the weeds, so yeah, maybe it's not a bad idea to have your hook bait just on the edge. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, they're all just, ooh, those two. I was just about to say they're a little bit spread out, but those two just came in. I'll hold the rod. Pretty sure I know which one's mine. Oh, he was just under it. He's got a turn, got a turn. He like came up and took one that must have been right next to it and kind of bumped my line. Just behind my hook bait. There's 2 of them now. Three, because that one's just come up as well. Just gonna mend that line a little. Good spot. My bait is dead centre of that little baited spot just there. Again, got 3 or 4 fish in that area and a couple just out to the side. There's one out the back. The 2 that were kind of looking like they were going towards it. One just to the front right of the controller. 3 in that area, 4 in that area. Just give it a little inch into their eye line. It's difficult because you never really know what the reason is that they're not taking your bait. And it is quite a weedy lake, so maybe there's a bit of weed, maybe they just can tell that your hook bait is the hook bait. You just took it as I was putting the bait in. Well, apologies for that kind of uneventful strike. I just saw the controller twitch and the line go as I was picking the pouch up. So not the kind of most typical exciting bite that you get off the surface. But after nosing it time and time again, I'll try and keep him out of the weed that is here. And it's all kind of floating weed, so I should be able to move him. Got the drag set. Try and guide the fish in over the top of the weed. Just get it in a little bit close, so I'll probably get some weed over his head now. Just try and get this net in the water. Get him up on the surface, pumping that weed. That net doesn't want to come up because it's covered in weed. Put the rod down, shuffle that in. Yes, there we go. Managed it in the end, didn't we, boys? There's still some fish out there, so what I'm going to do is just put a little bit more bait in, and then we'll sort this fish out. He's putting up more of a fight now than he did in the water. Quite an uneventful take, I know, apologies, but a result has been had. Here we go. Maybe not. Just over £20. £20.11 of mirror from Thorney Weir. On the top, on a whittled down pop-up, feeding the dog biscuits. And a very chunky 20-pounder. This is exactly what we set out for. Good to keep low over the cradle. Come on, buddy. He's much more lively now than he was. He almost tried jumping out of the net as well, so yeah, just what we came for. Just over 20. We tried at Farlow's and it was just under. Come to Thorney and it's just over. There are still fish feeding. It is warm, so I did leave him in the net while I set up all my gear, so he's only been out of the water for probably about a minute now. I think he's ready to go back. There are still fish feeding. We'll put him back, put some more bait out. I've got a couple of hours still. May have been an uneventful afternoon and night, but we've got it now. Here we go, there's a fish just there. So, out to the left. Keep it away from kind of a little patch of weed that's there. Put a pouch over. That was quite spread out. Let's do less and go for accuracy. That's better. So 5, and it was quite a tight group in that time. So there's still a couple of fish milling about. Hopefully there's bait going in. It might just spur them back into action. There's one just down in this corner as well. But they're around, there's kind of 2 fish there. Coot spooked off of something, so there could be a fish around him as well. But yeah, kind of 2 fish down to this left. Hopefully kind of drifting in. Yeah, one of them's coming into that sort of main area now. He's to the left. Kind of came up and turned. My controller's there and the hook bait's gone out in front of it that way, so there's a good bit of separation. I can tell which one's mine. There was a fish just near it then. These 2 fish that are feeding are more to the left. So maybe again a small pouch full, maybe 4 or 5 over to the right, just to draw the fish over. That fish was right next to the hook bait then. He's to the back side of it. See, that's the kind of dramatic take that you want. Fish just behind the bait, turned and in. That bait has been out for 30 seconds. It just shows you, once you've got them feeding, their guards come down. But you just got to work out how to feed. And working out that type of line in the water to keep the bird life away. Is the one I've got to keep this pressure on. I've got barbless hooks. It's quite weedy. I think I've got to kind of bully him through this floating weed now. Hopefully he gets some weed on his face and gives up a little. We'll get the net ready in any chance. That's it, keep coming, keep coming. Got the rod over to my left shoulder. I'm on a bit of weed. Keeping the tension on. I'm on some weed. Oh, it's quite tricky, this. I don't want the net to disappear. I want to get hold of it, but I need 2 hands. He's above the net. Oh, that net is full of weed. That was real difficult to bring up. Woo. Just like buses, eh? Have that, son. Oh, good. Well, this one's even more energetic than the last one. I thought, bringing it in, that it was a smaller common. How wrong was I? if he'll come up. I don't think he will. Oh, finally. Up you come, boy. So there's me thinking that I've got a smaller common on. £23.3. Not bad. I mean, that's not a complete PB, but it's a good 20. And after surface fishing for so long, hoping for a 20, two have come along in quick succession. And I love a common. Yeah, got into the net, didn't think he was that big, but picked him out of the water. He was bundled in a lot of weed. What a fantastic common. That rod really wasn't out there for that long, and we got a proper take this time. There was no just a twitch of a controller. There was a warp, and down he went. Good fight, kept him out of the weed, got him in. Very energetic. Again, set up my camera equipment while he was in the net, just to make sure that he's not out for too long. I've put some nice sort of fresh lake water over him. I'm not letting any water stand and then using that. Fresh out the lake, over the fish, get him up for a photo, and get him back. Fair enough. Now this is my surface fishing setup that I've used for absolutely years. Fox bolt bubbles, they've never let me down. I really like how they're sort of changeable weight, so you just pop open the little rubber plugs, fill it up, empty it to whatever weight you need it. I like them quite full because it really acts as that that kind of bolt effect when the fish does take. Being inline as well, they're nice and safe if you do get weeded up. There's a rubber grommet in the end there that the swivel sits into, so that just is ultra safe. So yeah, swivel sits in the end of that. I've got an anti-tangle sleeve, about 1.5 foot of line. I tend to use Fox surface line or the Corda Cruiser. Is it cruise control, Corda Cruiser? And then down the end, I've got a size 6 mixer. You can use a wide gape hook, any really. I just like the fine wire of these mixers. And then there's a whittle down pop-up. I try and use ones that are similar colour to the dog biscuits. So I've got Dynamite Sauce. They're very old. You can probably find some other ones. And I band that to the back of the hook. So I just put a bait band on, slide that whittled down mixer onto it. I've dug a groove out in the middle there as well, so the hook sits nice and flush to it. But I don't put a stop on the end, purely because when that fish takes, this bait is allowed to pop off and get out of the way of the hook. But other than that, it's held very well. And actually the two fish that I've caught have come in with the bait, so all good. We'll get this out. I do think there's a chance of another one, but it might be a bit of a nicked bite rather than getting the fish up and competing. Got a little bit of time left. There's a fish just out in front, kind of swirling. I think there's two. But as per usual, because the line wasn't in the water, the bird life did come in for a bit, but the fish is still around. Just putting in sort of 5-6 mixers at a time. Oh, maybe there's 3 fish. Just want to put that hook bait back exactly where it was, because the fish were quite happy with it there. So was I. So I'm just going to lob it out. These fish are still in the area. I didn't think that they'd maybe be feeding as much as they are. Can't quite tell. Oh yeah, I've got it. I was thinking, oh, I'm not sure which one's mine. It's ever so slightly lighter. There's a fish just next to it. No. It's better. put in less mixers in your pouch, they just end up being a bit more accurate. So kind of 4 at a time. But yeah, my okay, there are 3 fish. I didn't think 4 fish. I didn't think that there's a stick around as much. I thought we might be nicking a bite this time around, but fish in the area. I can see the controller. I can't quite see the hook bait, but if the controller moves, I can see that. Oh, that fish was just to the left hand side. I think I can see the hook bait. This is ever so slightly lighter. There's cottons coming off the trees now as well. I'm just going to straighten that up. Yeah, I've got my hook bait now. In and amongst the ripple. Kind of 3 or 4 fish all around it, and then there's a couple just on the periphery as well. Oh, I don't know why I struck. I don't know why I struck. The bolt bubble does it for me. I thought it had already gone. Get it back out to where we were. I didn't need to strike. I don't really know why I did. The bolt bubble gives that resistance to hook against. Oh yeah, just getting ahead of myself. Nice bit of separation. Put the rod down. That's 4. Someone can't count. That was 5. Good. There's a fish just behind it. Again, he kind of came up and nosed it. I don't know if that's just what's happening, but unless there's something wrong with how it's sat in the water and they kind of come up to it, and what they'd usually take it doesn't come. Just keep it in contact. That's a fish. See what I mean? There was a bite, and then I just kind of lift into it. I didn't need to strike to set the hook, but now I just need to play him hard because he's in a weed bed straight away. Luckily there's no weight, you know what I mean? There's no kind of lead to keep him down. If I can keep him on the surface, that'll do me a favour. Do me a favour. Just keep him wallowing on the surface and keep him coming in. Looks like a mirror. Just going to keep that pressure on and keep the line moving. A couple of fish just down to the left that coot's not happy about. Get him up towards me. No, he's gone under the weed bed here, which isn't as helpful. Keep the pressure on. Hopefully, as I've said before, a bit of weed around your head and stop some fighting. There's a bit of a clear patch just there where I've been putting the net. But yeah, it just becomes a little bit difficult when you're trying to do this on your ones, and there's a fair bit of weed around. Try and lift him up. Just plodding around here. Oh, it's a bit of a stalemate now. Don't know where the bottom is. There you go. Leave that net there and try and walk him into it. I don't know if he's in. Oh, has he got off? Oh no, he's in the net. I saw a bit of a swell just in front of the net and thought that he might have thrown the hook. Hoo, hoo, hoo. So we were trying for a 20. That first fish sorted that right out. The second fish I thought was slightly smaller, turned out to be a slight bit bigger at 23. This one, I almost thought that it had escaped the net. It hadn't, it was in there. Now it might not be a 30, but at £28.4, we've smashed my PB as well by £4. Now I don't do a lot of carp fishing. I'm not a massive one for doing kind of campaigns and nights, but on the odd session it all comes together, and there is no better way of catching fish than on the surface. £28.4, kind of plated mirror from Thorney Weir. Oh, he feels it as well. Look at this fish. Right, that fish is still there. It's a good cast. Just trying to beat this drift, but it's not that easy. I can just about make out my hook bait. That fish is to the left. It's going to drift quite quickly, so not going to have a massive amount of time. Oh, well, he had it, and he then didn't have it. So it's there for him. So my bait's there, this fish was just in front of it. There's a bit of a weed bed there as well. There's a fish to the right. If he keeps going that way, it's probably going to be last chance saloon. He's in the vicinity. So if he keeps going, my bait is just there. To the left. To the left of where he's just come up. To the left. Oh, he's behind it. Go on, turn. So my bait's there. He came up just a touch behind it. Yeah, he's to the back right now. Could be mine next. Oh, he's right behind it again. Well, he doesn't nose it. Just take it. Clear the other ones out. I think there are 2 carp in the area now. Just seen 2 ripples. One there and one there. A bit of competition is good. Oh, I pulled it out of his mouth. In the right place. I think he flipped on the surface and I thought that it was my controller moving. But they're there. Oh, he's nosed it again. I'm trying not to snap at it. There's a fish to the right. It could turn. It keeps going that way. That way, that way, that way, that way. There we go. Looks like he's on his way. Their aim is terrible. He just splashed at it. Mega session. Right place, right time. 3 carp, 3 20s. We were only after 1. And they gave us 3 and a PB. £28.4. A mega session. It still gives me the evening to go and enjoy this with a beer. Woo! Cheers for watching, guys. A target that I've had for years has been smashed out of the park finally. Years of fishing feel, trying at far lows and almost falling in. Come here, smashed it. See you on the next one.